Good morning, everybody. Bill Knutson here. It's New York Sports with an Attitude. Well, last night, typical for playing the Braves this year. Lost to the Braves, so that's 3-10 against the Braves this year. Obviously, we know the Braves are good this season, but they've totally dominated us in winning 10 of the 13, and I don't see that changing for the remaining 6 games that we have with them. All right, to last night's game. Vargas is pitching. You know that's not going to be good, and the odds of us winning are going to be very slim. And, of course, Vargas did what he always does. He put us in a hole early. First batter of the game, leadoff triple. Next batter, base hit. 7 pitches into the game, we're already losing. So I was like, okay, it's only 1-0, but you just get the feeling that the game is over because, like I said, the Braves have dominated us this year. And Vargas is going to keep giving up runs. He's not going to just stop at 1, and of course he didn't. But, he gave up the 1 run in the first inning. Then Nimmo came up, led off the game with a home run, so you're happy about that. But the problem is, as soon as the Mets go back out on the field, Vargas is going with them. And, in the third inning, Vargas was Vargas, but he didn't get much help. Wilmer, bad defense. He's not a good defensive player. So he wasn't helping us at all. And we didn't have any offense, not much anyway, after Nimmo's home run. So in the third inning, Freeman got an RBI single. Then I think it was Camargo, a 2-run RBI double. And we're down 4-1 in the third. And the game was over. You just had no confidence the Mets were going to come back, and they didn't. Got, actually, Guillorme in the 5th got an RBI single, which was like a miracle because he hits about his weight. And we have a bunch of guys doing that. So then we were down 4-2, and just looking at the score, it's like, all right, we're still in it, but I never thought we were in it. And that was the end of the scoring after the 5th inning, 4-2, and that's what it ended up, 4-2 and another defeat. And it was 3 straight losses, the debacle in Washington, Tuesday night, giving up 25 runs. Just absolutely horrible. Worst loss in Mets history in terms of how many runs we lost by. We lost 25-4. Just absolutely horrible. And Wednesday, Syndergaard pitched. He wasn't bad, but, we didn't have much offense. Pathetic play, on Wednesday. Bautista just showed what the Mets are like now, what the season is like. He struck out. The ball got past the catcher, went back to the backstop, and he didn't even run. So, of course, I would have benched him easily. Not easily, instantly and easily. And I would have made sure everybody knew it, too. Like back in the day, like 40 years ago, when Reggie Jackson was lazy out in right field on a ball for the Yankees. Billy Martin came onto the field and pulled him right off the field. That's what I would have done. I don't care what your record is. I don't care what the season is like, whatever. You have to be professional. And that means hustling at all times. You got a bad year, you're losing the game really badly, I don't care. You strike out, the catcher doesn't catch that ball, you're busting your rear end down to first base, or you're getting splinters in your butt on the bench. That would be me. But these days, with the prima donnas and stuff, you can't manage that way, because I'd get fired instantly. That's pretty sad. I'd get fired because I want my team to hustle. Not firing the guys that are, not hustling. Don't do that. Fire the manager who's trying to hold them accountable. That's what sports is like these days. That's what the world is like, politically correct and all this nonsense. But anyway, I digress. So after losing another series in Washington, losing both games, getting destroyed on Tuesday, I was hoping to do something against Atlanta. I'm figuring they're going to lose at least 3 of the 4, if not lose all 4. Hopefully I'm wrong. But, Vargas put us in a big hole early yesterday, or early last night, and offense didn't show up. So, I'm not expecting anything great against the Braves the next 3 games. Actually, there was a little football last night. Not New York football. That's next weekend, so football's coming. Start to wind down talking about the Mets. I'll still talk about them because they're still playing, so I'll still talk about the game. But unfortunately, Yankee talk. They had a horrible loss last night. Got blasted by Boston 15-7 after they had a 4-0 lead early. Sorry to my cousin Ed up in New York. Huge Yankee fan, so that was a game really the Yankees needed to win, because I was thinking kind of this late in the season, a 4-game series in Boston, they should at least win the series, and if they take 3 out of 4, they pick up 2 games. But they blew last night's game, so now they're 6.5 back, so it would behoove them to actually win the next 3. It's unlikely, but with that lineup, they can obviously do it. So what was really disappointing about Wednesday is our old cast-off Tommy Malone, who's like Vargas, just absolute batting practice when he was, pitching for the Mets. He would just come in and just give up hits and runs left and right, just like Vargas does. We finally got rid of Malone, and he worked his way over to the Nationals somehow, and he pitches against us, and he's Clayton Kershaw. Just dominates us. All these strikeouts, which he never got for the Mets. Giving up practically nothing. Now, granted, the Mets have a AAA lineup, but still. Malone was nothing but batting practice when he pitched for us. And all of a sudden, he's a Cy Young Award type pitcher when he pitches against us. But that's just what's, going on this year. All the bad stuff going on for the Mets this year. All right. So we dropped 3 straight now. 44-62. Season worst, 18 games under 500. Not going to get any better, folks. And if we don't get the front office straightened out and the scouting system and the whole organization changed and a different attitude, get used to the losing, because it's going to continue to happen if we don't change all of these things. All right. So subscribe to the show. That's all I've got for now. Subscribe, please, if you haven't. In closing, we've got DeGrom going tonight. We're always hopeful with DeGrom pitching, but we're not hopeful of the offense showing up. But we are hopeful that DeGrom will pitch well, because he's been great all year. Hopefully the offense will decide to show up for him, and DeGrom will continue to be what DeGrom has been all season. All right. Well, I hope you have a great Friday, and we'll root for the Mets and DeGrom tonight. I appreciate you watching. Thanks very much, and I'll catch you next time.